Hi, and welcome back to the second episode of Healing Series. In this particular episode, we are going to unpack a kind of complicated feeling, which is you have changed and why that's a good thing. So, I know while on the surface it sounds very straightforward, but for those of you who have gone through growth or a healing process or are currently going through it, you know why I'm saying this, that why it's okay to change. So we are going to unpack this feeling. Stay tuned for it. For those of you who don't know, I'm Pranoti. I'm a communication, wellness, and mental clarity coach for young women like you who are in the process of embracing this mess of growing and healing. In the last video, we talked about why we keep choosing harm over health, why we keep going back to our old habits, falling back into old patterns, and at a point it feels like we are simply just not able to escape it. And even though we are not the past self that we used to be and we are becoming a new person, we are growing into someone else, why it's so hard to let go of that past self. So let's dive into this now. To simplify this, we have divided this video into three parts. This is the first part, and in this we'll talk about why do we get stuck. Now, there is a big challenge when it comes to implementation of choosing health over harm. And this challenge stems from the fact that there is a gap between your past version and your present version. While you know and acknowledge that there is a gap between these two versions of yourself, somehow your brain just hasn't caught up to it. The thing is, maybe your past version was chaotic, criticizing yourself all the time, and our brains love familiarity. The chaos, the self criticism, it started feeling as if it was home to your brain. And when you changed, it takes some time for your mind to catch up to the factors that you have changed. Let's say I wasn't as confident and self loving as I am today. I was a big time people pleaser in the past, dishonest, overthinker, didn't finish what she started, procrastinating all the time, fear of rejection, feeling like I wanted to be perfect with everything that I was doing. But of course, I'm not the same person today. Otherwise, I won't be recording this video. But this process, it takes some time. And when you have already changed, but your mind hasn't caught up to it, you know that you have changed. But inside your mind, you start questioning whether it's okay, whether this is a good change or this is a bad change, whether this is who I am. Because change feels unfamiliar at first, but that does not mean it's bad. Because see, choosing health over harm is not just about discipline or motivation, it's about your sense of identity. And to actually implement this practice, you need to switch your sense of identity from your past self and bring it, catch it up to your current version, give it the current software update, if I may. So that's the reason why you're stuck. And we are going to look at some practical measures you can implement now. Coming to the second part, which is all about using practical tools to align yourself with your present version. The first one is change the tone of your self-talk. Tell yourself that I am not the same person that I was before. Yes, maybe I gossiped in the past. Maybe I lied in the past. Maybe I overthought and took some bad actions out of fear in the past. But I don't do that anymore. And this also works into the fact that you start forgiving yourself. You start forgiving your past version. See, the thing is, you have to believe that when you took that particular action in the past, it was to the best of your knowledge. Otherwise, you wouldn't have done it. If you knew what its consequences would have been, or if you knew how that was going to affect you, you wouldn't have taken that action in the first place. So you acted from a place of knowing what was best at that time, but now you know better. So start telling yourself that you have changed. Maybe you quit something that you used to do before, and accept it. When start saying it out loud to yourself or write about it, putting it into action, into words, is what will help you catch up with your present self. Then the second way to do this is micro upgrades. We all know that change is not an abrupt process. It's not a 180 degree or 360-degree turn that you are making. Maybe just one more task checked off your to do list, or one more pause before reacting to someone in such a manner that it leads to an outburst. Take a pause. Even one pause at a time will make you feel amazing. It will build trust in you that yes, I am capable of doing this and I am in complete control and I'm going to be how I want myself to be. It cultivates self trust. That is the most important part about it. So, do these micro upgrades. And the third thing being audit your circle. Now, when I'm saying audit your circle, you were a certain person in the past, you've grown, you've healed, and maybe you're not the same person anymore. There will be people in your life who are a part of your past circle and who are still with you or maybe associated with you in some or the other manner. But just because you are thinking that they are thinking that you have changed and somehow it's bad, or people start telling you that you have changed, you need to know that you don't need to doubt yourself. Maybe you can give it a quick thought, but when you look at how you were in the past and how you are today, and you see a plethora of positive changes, you are not wrong. No matter how many people say that you have changed, embrace it because you have changed in a positive way and it's a good thing. Tell that to yourself, and I'm telling it to you. If you're doubtful, don't be, because you are a better person than what you were today. So, yeah, these are the three practical tools you need to be aligned. And coming to the third part, which is the last but the most important part of this video, the key, I would say, to forgiving yourself is accepting what happened. Like I was telling you before, that you reacted based on the knowledge you had at that time. But it's humanly impossible to go back in the past and do anything about it. So it's kind of futile to keep thinking about it and beating yourself up about it. The most important part is you've grown from it, and that's all that it matters. So close your eyes, think about what happened, accept it. You can even say to yourself that I accept this thing happened, I made a mistake, or someone didn't react in a way I expected them to. I felt hurt, I felt rejected, I felt angry, whatever you felt. But I am accepting it and I'm moving on from it. Accept the event to actually forgive who you were in the past and just embrace the change, the current version of yourself. I hope these three parts have helped you get one step closer towards who you want to be, get one step closer towards healing. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to stay tuned for the next episode of the healing series. Thanks for watching.